Welcome everyone to another episode of Kiwi Talks. I'm talking to my bro all the way in the Gold Coast right now, the OG Tyson Tyler. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. What's good?
Yeah. What's happening? How's it all there?
Bro, it's pretty good, man. I'm actually in the Gold Coast at the moment, so I'm from Brisbane, but I come up here to see my brother. So the weather's good, man. Everyone's healthy, minus the COVID scare. So
yeah, with the mannequin chicks that have brought it back into Queensland.
Don't get me started, Reece. No, no, it's good, bro.
But how's the vibe there in like Gold Coast and Brisbane, and is it all
Honestly,
good?
bro, I tell you what, the vibe is fucking sweet because like I drove up here from Brisbane to like it's probably like 45-minute drive.
Yeah.
Drove up here and the traffic is just jam-packed, man. So like either they're trying to get across the border or they're coming up here. I think everyone's just trying to get out and do what they can sort of on the last weekend. I mean,
yeah. Makes sense, though.
It's not nothing serious, yeah.
Yeah, well, that's right. Well, it's not like Victoria, at least at the moment.
Oh.
Touch wood, bro.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, touch wood for sure, man. So I don't think it's going to get that bad, man. As long as everyone just social distances and, just sort of just stops from going out, bro. They just stop themselves from going out.
Yeah. You're a bit of an interesting dude, bro, because you're a Fijian guy, born in Brisbane, and then you were raised in South Auckland as well.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, because how long were you in Auckland before you moved back to Brisbane?
Bro, I was in Auckland since I was maybe 5.
Okay.
So I'm 33 now. I left Auckland in 2013 when I had my first son.
Yep.
And so it was like 20 plus years sort of there. And then came over here. I sort of come over to Australia in the prime of my career, but I mean, that was always the goal for me, man. Like I always wanted to come back here.
Yep.
Even though being raised in the hood, man, were hard, like doing all that. And I'll never ever take anything away from that. Like being raised in the hood in South Auckland was the shit, it made me who I am today. But yeah, we had to get out of there, man. Just sort of, I wanted to come back here and not saying that I'm fucking Australian hard or anything, bro, but I'm still a Kiwi, bro, all day. But yeah, it's just sort of just a broader horizons for the kids, I should say.
Yeah, for sure. I totally understand that, man. I mean, I suppose there's more opportunities there as well.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And so it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, man.
And in terms of music, you can reach more people as well. I mean, Brisbane alone is
that was the goal, bro.
Yeah. Well, Brisbane's already bigger than Auckland, and it's what Australia's 3rd largest city, I think. Is it? Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be up there.
So what's the vibe like in Brisbane compared to say Auckland?
Honestly, for me, man, it's sort of similar, eh? Like,
yeah, I thought so. I
think it's bigger. Obviously, it's bigger, but for me, there's so many Kiwis over here, bro, that it sort of doesn't feel that far away from home.
Yeah, for sure.
You see so many people from NZ. It's just like, especially the area where I stay. Like I stay in Crestmead, which is like in Logan City, South Brisbane. So it's like, bro, there's so many Kiwis there that it's just like, it is what it is. Like,
yeah, a lot of Polynesians live there too.
Bro, heaps.
Yeah. Yeah, I know a lot of the
like
South
in some sort of parts it's crazy. It's nothing like, I mean, it's different back home, but like it is anywhere. I mean, Brisbane's just there's been so many Polynesians and Kiwis over here for years before I came over, where it's like it's the culture's already here anyway, man.
Yeah, for sure. Have you worked with Mareko and the rest of the Decons guys? Because a lot of them are based there, aren't they?
Yeah. Reece is here. Reece is just down the road from me.
Oh, man.
Dude, we plan to work together. I've seen him so many times. And I have planned to, like, that's the OG. but we just never got around to it. I suppose it's the work aspect and family aspect of things that sort of keeps everyone from just like, especially now with the COVID shit.
Yeah, for
it's
sure.
Like, do you want to hook up with anyone? You know, like go over to their house and shit. So that's the plan, man. I'd love to get on a new track with Reece.
Yeah. Okay, so it will happen at some point.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
Man.
Are you trying to convince a lot of the cats back in South Auckland to move?
Nah, the only dudes I'm trying to convince are like my high school mates and like my close boys, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just for money wise, man, like working is good here. Working and family life is better here in my point of view.
Yeah.
But, I mean, dude, if I could earn the same amount of money that I could earn like here over home,
yeah,
I would have moved back home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just not like, it's just not possible. Like music wise was good. So over here, like me doing music, like at least back home, I was touring a lot. I was doing shows every weekend, and especially when I got with illegal music, like that's when I started actually making money and doing that sort of thing. But other than that, man, like I've been pretty quiet on the music buzz over here, money wise, and it's just been working 9 to 5 sort of buzz.
Is that solely because of your work, or is it just easier to get around in Auckland, or what's the reasoning?
Nah, you honestly, man, you know what it was? It was sort of like when I put my mind to it and decided, not when I decided, like when it did happen that I became a father, everything sort of switched for me, man. Like before I had kids, dude, like I was living at my auntie's house, man. I was living off royalty checks. I was living off shows. And, you know, like I had sponsorships, heaps of shit, man. And I wasn't really like, I was off and on with work. And I wasn't just, I didn't have my shit together, to be honest. And so like coming over here, becoming a father and having to get my shit together sort of just changed things.
Yeah, yeah.
Like it sort of put that at the forefront of me, you know, me and my music career.
That's fair enough, though. I mean, the creative arts is a very, very hard industry. Very hard industry.
Oh, dude, for sure.
Yeah, yeah. You don't know when your next paycheck's coming through, sort of thing. It's all.
Oh, it is, man, and like especially being from NZ, like I wasn't like, you know, like I had radio play, I had videos out here and there. I was more sort of well known within the industry, sort of within the underground scene, and you know, through word of mouth sort of thing. It wasn't like I wasn't no fucking Scribe or Jay Williams or anything, bro. Like it wasn't crazy money, but it was enough to live on.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So you're still doing writing and stuff now when you get a chance, or is that kind of just like?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, fuck, always, bro.
Yep.
Always, man. For anyone that thinks my pen isn't sharp, it's the samurai sword is as sharp as it's ever been.
Good man.
But like I'm still making music. I've just got a setup now, and I'm just trying to get back into it. And just sort of locate a spot in the house. You know, you got to always have your little studio room in there.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to get back into that buzz, you know, like before I had the kids and that.
Yeah.
And just try to get back into, like I'm always writing into the day, whether I'm on the phone, whisper rapping into the phone and shit with the headphones on.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, like I'm always doing it. Like I think honestly, like I've probably got about an album's worth of music that I just have in the vault. Like I've had it in the vault since I've been here, since I've been in Australia.
Nice. So what's your process of writing? Do you get the beat first and then write to it, or do you write and then match the beat to it, or like how?
My process has changed over time. I do get the beat now and I write to it, like specifically.
Yeah.
Like I used to be one of those dudes, man, like just young and hungry. Like you just write your raps, you know? You write your raps and then you find a beat and you just put that 16 over that beat. And that's how it used to be back in the day. But I got to the point like where every beat was different, you know, like you have to specifically write to a beat. And because every flow and every cadence is different. So, I mean, it depends what you want to do, man, for rap. Like for me, I'm always trying to up the bar. So I need a beat to write to because you get a different feel from every beat.
For sure.
And that's my process now. I mean, everyone's into the drill shit and everyone's into this and that. But like, Oh, bro, for me, definitely, I'm into the drill. I'm into this.
Yeah.
But I mean, I was doing that sort of writing back in the day. You know, like it all depends on the beat. If you get a drill beat, you're not going to do a boom bap rap over a drill beat. You know what I mean? But in hence saying that, you're not going to do like just an average 16 over this and that. Like, it's hard to say, bro. Like, for me, myself, it's got to work with the beat and for it to be a song.
Yeah. When you do a collab, do you ever hear like the guest verse from the other MC, and then be like, "Nah, fuck this, I'm rewriting my verse."
Well, I wouldn't know, man. To be honest, like if you look at the catalog that I have done, like I recently just put together like sort of like a mixtape just to keep everyone sort of satisfied because I haven't been doing shit for a long time now. I haven't put anything out, and I put together all the features that I've done with everyone, bro. Like over time, I've been in the New Zealand scene and with over here as well with some couple of Aussie artists, bro. And it was heaps, man. Like I made it was over 40 songs of features that I've done. And I was just thinking like fucking whether or not I gave it my all on one song or it all depends on the artist.
Yeah, for sure.
But bro, I don't know what they do, cuz like if I get a song, for me, myself, like when I write a feature verse or if it's for me, I never rewrite. Like if it's done, if I write the song and I write the hook, I send it off. For me, when I get their verse, that's done. Whether or not they rewrite, I have heard stories. I don't know, bro. Like, I have heard stories that I sent it off and they rewrote. You know, it's whatever. I mean, end of the day, it's to make a good song, eh? I don't care whether you're trying to battle me. Like,
yeah. Would you ever jump in the battle scene? Would you ever do a battle rap type thing?
But it's so funny because, like, I've been following the battle scene since day dot. And like a lot of my friends have battled and bro, I love it. Like I've actually been asked a couple times. I think for me, like I was getting to the point, bro, like where I was thinking like, fuck, bro, the music's falling off, you know, like, oh shit, maybe I'll just jump in a battle, you know?
Yeah.
Like, cunts are thinking, everyone's thinking that the pins weak. So I thought, fuck, I'll just do a battle to try and amp it up. But
yeah.
I don't know, man. If it gets to that point, maybe it will happen. But like, I wouldn't say no, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, I know
I'm a fan, bro. But these new guys are crazy, bro. Like,
oh yeah,
you know, sure, like it's finally at that level, bro. It's finally at that level where I really, really respect it, because. Like, I don't know about you, Reece, like, you know, bro, you followed the scene for a long time. You know what it was back in the day.
Oh, bro. Yeah, totally. I mean,
like,
the local,
crazy, you know.
The local
like,
scene.
I know some guys from parties, cuz.
Yeah.
That'll fucking smoke half of these guys, you know, like that I met come across at parties. They never rap again in their lives. And you put them in one outs and this and that, and bro, I'd love to eventually, maybe, you know, when I'm dying.
Yeah, well, like the scene has grown exponentially over the last few years, man. I mean, and shout outs to D-La, you know, because he's really helped grow that.
Oh yeah, man.
You know,
sure.
You got like Diz there. I mean, Chilla was meant to go in March, and they just did that line 'em up battle thing, which the King of the Dot champion.
I actually just started watching. I actually just started watching the line 'em up battles, bro.
Yeah.
Just because I'd always see it pop up on the timeline, and I was like, sort of like, is this a real Like how real can it get for an online battle, you know? So, but dude, I seen some of the talent. That's crazy, man. Like that's the level. Like I think I saw Bills, and I know D-Throne is dope. He's always been.
He's an Aussie guy. Yeah.
Yeah, coming into the scene, which is crazy. I think it's a real deal in D-Throne now is that the finals?
Yeah, yep. And two, an American and an Aussie in a New Zealand tournament.
Yeah.
But it's still good for the scene, regardless, you know.
Hey, you fucking judges should have got him on.
But yeah, you should have entered, bro. You should have entered.
Oh, nah, dude. I haven't got time for that, man. You know, like there's so much that goes into. To be honest, man, like thinking about it now, bro, that sort of format would be more ideal for me.
Yeah.
Than in the room battle with everyone around, you know, like with the 3-round verses and that. Bro, those sort of 16 bar, whatever they're doing, 16:32s, I don't know the format of it.
I think it's 2-minute rounds, so whatever.
Yeah, 2 minutes
64 bars or something, yeah.
Recorded in your garage, whatever. That shit is more appealing to me.
Yeah.
But nah, all respect to the judges, bro, because I know all the judges, bro. You know, Ryan, Parks, Vega, like those dudes are vets, bro. So, you know, like whatever they've called is what they've called, and the talent's good, man. Like I just seen that new dude Sobr, I think it was.
Yeah, he's dope, bro.
Like he impressed me, man. I was like, oh, yo, that's the standard, you know. Like I think everyone was sort of shocked when that B team came out of nowhere.
Oh yeah, yeah.
PFAC and that.
Yeah,
like,
PFAC, Alenso, JP. Yeah,
honestly, bro, for real. Oh, Vega's another level, man. Like, yeah. I've been in talks with Vega for a long time, and yeah, we sort of been online friends. We never really met in person. He's another one, bro. I've been meaning to meet up here in Brizzy, but he's been doing his thing, and but I've always respected his pen, and the fact with Vega is Vega knows so much about New Zealand hip hop history that is just like I gotta respect it, man. Like he knew deep shit about me that like the average fan wouldn't know. So when we were just talking, I was like, this guy, hey, this guy knows all the fucking those little secret ones.
Yeah. Oh, he does his research.
But, he's the man, bro. Yeah, exactly, bro. All it takes is do Google.com. Do your Googles, bro.
Yeah, yeah. And you're starting your own podcast soon, aren't you?
That is the plan, bro. Like I've actually done a couple runs.
Yep.
And I'm just trying to get it right, man. Like I'm just trying to get a format. Bro, it's so hard, man. To be honest, I don't know how you do it, man. You know what I mean? Like for me, it's a lot of things, bro. Like it's a lot of things. It's like whether or not I want to have a free-flowing conversation with artists, or whether or not I want to get like my whole sort of thing with it. Like it's because I called it Time to Kill, right?
Yeah, Time to Kill.
So it's like my whole sort of thing with it was just sort of getting like your everyday average Joe, man. Like I wanted to get the bum off the street and just hear his story, you know, and have a chat, have a yarn with the dude. But that doesn't work, you know. Like we're not inviting bums to our house, to the studio, or and criminals and this and that, you know, to have a chat. And I sort of got to work around that, and you know, with the family and the work life, and yeah, it's just sort of panned out. It's always been the idea, man. Like I've been listening to podcasts since fucking ages ago. Yeah, like, my little brother put me onto podcasts like years ago.
Do you catch do you catch public transport to get to work? Because those are usually
no, hell no.
Oh yeah, good man.
No, I just work. No, not hell no. There, I just work 5 minutes, like 5-10 minutes down the road from my house.
Oh, so. Bro, that's the sweet life, man. If you don't even have to commute, then you're good. I think that's when a lot of people listen to podcasts though, is when they've got some long ass commute.
The funny thing is though, yeah, bro. Like, well, I know where you're getting at. But every work I've had, I've always hidden the headphones, bro. I hide the headphones and the earmuffs and shit. Yeah. Like, even if you're not allowed to listen to music, everyone eventually finds out, oh, fuck, Tysons, oh, he's a rapper, yeah, whatever. You know? Like, I never tell my bosses anything like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And I just I always hide the headphones, bro. And they always think I'm listening to music. But I'm listening to 8 hours worth of podcasts, you know?
Nice.
Like, I don't know how many fucking podcasts Joe Rogan's has done, but fuck, I've listened to at least 900.
Yeah. I think he's done about 1,200 or 1,400 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm investing in so many podcasts, it's not funny, bro. Like, it's crazy.
It's amazing how much knowledge you can get from just listening to them or watching them. Oh,
for sure. Like, my biggest thing was like, I don't know if you heard of a dude called Dan Carlin.
Yeah, I have heard of Dan Carlin.
He's a guy that he's been on Rogan's podcast, and he does one called Hardcore History.
Yep.
And that sort of got me into like the long format historical podcast, because like I'm always been a fan of history and this and that, and I mean at school, like I pretty much I wasn't a bad student, bro, but I left school because of the music shit, So I never really got to have a plan B, or I never really did have one. So now being older, I'm like, fuck, I can just listen to this podcast, 5 hours of this guy talking about fucking Vikings or fucking Genghis Khan. And like, even though it's 5 hours, I'm in tune with it, like, and I think being audio, it's better for me, bro, because I've never been good at reading books, like obviously I can fucking read.
Yeah.
But I can never take any of the information in.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
Now it's all being audio. It's fucking, bro, it's been the shit. Like,
that's awesome.
It's way more fucking, yeah.
Because I think there should be alternatives in terms of, like, there's kind of like one education curriculum. And I think that doesn't fit every kid, Some kids just don't learn that way by reading. They learn by listening,
For sure.
So
for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, in the modern day now, I don't know what do they call the kids now, man? Like I got a 7-year-old and a 4-year-old. I don't even know if they'd be called millennials, or if I'm a millennial. I don't even know what that is, but
yeah.
I think the teaching system, bro, needs to be changed in order for them to learn better. Like I've seen how they've introduced laptops and tablets and that into schools and that, which is crazy, bro.
Yeah, it's buzzy. It's buzzy.
We never had that shit, bro.
Nah.
We used to fight over trying to get to the computer room, We're printing out
bro.
Dragon Ball Z pictures, bro, at the computer room, Like, and these kids are like, they got laptops and tablets and shit in the class.
Yeah.
Which is like, I mean, it needs to move with the times, bro? So.
For sure. How do you deal with the technology boom and with the way it evolves so quickly, and in terms of like raising your kids and stuff? Because I was just talking to my brother about this the other day in terms of what age he'd let his kid have a cell phone, at what age he'd let his kid be on social media, because it's a world that we didn't grow up in.
Oh, for sure.
So trying to navigate it is just it's pretty difficult.
Man. Bro, for me, it's like with a phone. Phones are handy, bro. Like, I don't even use you do so much with your Android or your iPhone these days. But it's like even now, like, dude, I just bought a new lappy, and like I don't even know how to use the laptop how I used to use it back in the day, because I do so much of my work on a phone. So it's like, where it comes is to my kids, I said to it, they're never going to be ready. Like, until they're ready, mind state wise, then they can get a phone. Like, you don't need a phone, bro. Like, half of the time, I'm getting angry at these guys because they're playing on their tablets for too long.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, it's sort of the old school way of me, bro. Like, I don't like them having too much video time. Like, they're only allowed, the only social media, I don't know if it's social media, but they're allowed on their TikTok for a bit, But I don't know how much of that is like, what is that, Like, fuck.
Yeah, that's right.
We just heard they're trying to ban TikTok, so.
Yeah, well, apparently it's China use it as a data surveillance system. That's why. They're basically collecting all your data when you use it, so it's pretty dodgy.
They're doing that on every other app.
Yeah, that's
like,
right.
I remember that the old time app. They're like, oh, put your old face and it turns you into like what you look like when you're a grandfather.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Bro, next minute, the Russians made that app.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're getting everyone's data. Like for me, I don't understand why you got to get an app. Like you can get any sort of app, and it's like, oh, you allow the location, you allow. Like, why would you need access to the photos? Why would you need access to my videos? You know, like nobody ever reads the fine print.
No, they don't.
Of any of these apps, we just click yes or no. It's like
too lazy,
it's
bro.
Like, exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, I didn't even read the couple of the music contracts I got. You know, like nobody reads that shit, bro.
Yeah. Oh, did you ever have a lawyer read over anything that you were going to sign or get somebody else, or were you just like, oh nah, all good, I'm signed to?
No. You know what, man? I never really got offered any crazy contracts, bro.
Yeah.
Like the only one I sort of did get was from when I was with Breaking Rick.
Yeah.
And like I don't know for the listeners, like if they know about Breaking Records, I was 18 years old when I signed to them, and I was just fucking happy to be on the label, bro. Like I couldn't believe that I got asked to be on that label. And I trusted Cyphanetiks, bro. You know, like I trusted these people, and there's no bad blood like within me saying this. There was nothing from it. But ever since then, like whatever venture I did have, I try to say no contract, you know? Like I try to go off at like a loyalty-based thing, bro. Like I do for you what you do for me. And yeah, I haven't signed fuck all contracts, to be honest.
Yeah. But that's working for you, the whole loyalty thing? I suppose you'd from being in the game for so long, you kind of get a reasonable idea of someone who's dodgy as opposed to someone who isn't.
Yeah, man. I mean, the New Zealand scene's so small, bro. Like, word gets around so fast.
Yeah. Like, you can go knocking at their door, be like, bruh.
Yeah, fuck, bro.
On my money, man. Yeah.
Like the biggest thing for me was when I was sort of like when Breaking Rick was sort of finishing, and I was like in my early 20s, and it was sort of me going to where am I going to go from here, you know? And then there's only so many labels like with the MTC, illegal music, this and that, blah, 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 you know? And that was the only point where I was like, fuck, what do I do? Even when I went to illegal, man, like there was no contract signed. Like a lot of people think, oh, bro, he signed his life away. Like, nah, bro, I didn't sign nothing.
How long was it? Was it like just one page? Because some of those contracts are long. I mean, I used to write.
Bro, some of them are crazy.
Yeah. Like I used to write music contracts. Because I kind of studied a bit of copyright law within New Zealand in regards to audio. Sure. Yeah. So I wrote these contracts and sold them to clients to just so they could protect their work, really. And I think mine were about 2 pages, 3 pages. But even
I think it was I think the long it would have been about 3 pages, bro.
Yeah. But some of that legal talk is like, bro, you might as well be speaking another language, eh? You're like reading it like, yo, man, I don't even know what you're saying.
They like to talk loops around things, eh?
Yeah.
I mean, for me, I did when I got older. I had to read through like you know you get sponsorship contracts here and there, and I have a read through them. Yeah, was what it was. You know, talking a bit of jargon, bro. But it's a business, bro. It's a business, eh?
Yeah,
they gotta hold someone down for whatever sort of time. So you can't put it. You know, it's up to the person to Bro, for me, I never got a lawyer because, bro, I was always thinking in the back of my mind, like, bro, I'm a broke cunt from South Auckland, bro. Like, how much is it going to cost for me to get a lawyer?
Yeah.
True, you know, like, yeah. So that was always the sideline thinking of it. But I just never worked off that sort of format, bro. Like, I'd always just done songs for like a beat maker, right? You give me a beat, I'll give you a verse, bro. And that's how we do things, you know? It's sort of like the, I don't know, what is that, the barter? The barter days, man, you know?
But did you, so when you, like back in the younger days when you first really got into the game and you first got signed, was there anybody you kind of approached for advice? Like, because you know a lot of cats. I mean, even like Mareko and Savage and like Jay Williams and all those guys, and I'm sure. But like, was there anyone you approached and were like, "Hey, man, like, what do I do?" Or was it just kind of a learning as you went? Were there any mentors for you? I guess.
Bro, to be honest,
to simplify it,
I really didn't approach anyone unless it wasn't anything like for business wise, bro.
Yeah.
Like I'd always approach people for other things, you know. Like I was fortunate enough to have like idols that I grew up with, like Reece and Sav, and like like getting onto Breaking Rec tonight, Cyphanetiks. Like for me, Cyphanetiks probably gave me the most knowledge, bro. Like on the whole scene. Like he was on like where it comes to you heard of tribalism, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And obviously that comes into the game of like the music industry and this and that. And he got me onto it real early, man. Like he got, I think it would have been like 19, 20. He's trying to tell me about this is where it's going to go. You need to have the core fan base and blah, blah. And I was like, oh, fuck, bro, what are you talking about, bro? I'm trying to make fucking smash hits, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, and I just never, I never knew then, bro. I never knew. I never knew the foresight that he had for what it was going to become. But I never approached anyone business-wise because I sort of was always intertwined with everyone anyway, you know, like I did when I was like 15, 16, I was on the Dawn Raid Entertainment straight from the streets course, you know. I was with them doing that, and I sort of, which is weird, like, which is bad on my part. Like I sort of entrusted into these elders to lead us in the right way, you know?
Yeah.
Which is like, which is a good and a bad thing. I don't know, you know?
Was there any piece of advice specifically that Cyphanetiks gave you that really, really stuck with you?
Oh, man, there's so much, man. I can't think of anything off the top, but there's so much advice that he did give me sort of on my departure from him, which it correlates to everything that's happening now. Like when I talk about the tribalism of like the music, so he even got me into like the fact of like the game is heading into the singles game. You know, it's not about your mixtapes, this and that. It's going to be all about streaming soon, bro. And this is like 2000 and like maybe 2007, bro. Like he was on this shit, you know?
Yeah. Oh, so he was ahead of the game.
Hard-headed. Yeah, he was always ahead of the game because he was self-taught, you know what I mean? Like he did all his research himself because he had to run a label independently, but no one was sort of doing it like what he was doing back in the day. Bro, you look back at the Breaking Rec roster, it's pretty untouchable back in the day.
Yeah, for sure, man, for sure.
And I look at it like now, like sort of sad of what it could have become, you know.
Because I notice a lot with the rappers nowadays in New Zealand, at least, like a lot of them, you know, they're kind of lone wolves and they're not very business savvy, and it's all about shitting on everyone else. Like, fuck you, I'm the man. Like nobody helps each other. I mean, even in that Bars Now page, bro. You know?
Yeah, Bars Now, bro. Shouts to Bars Now.
Yeah. Yo, yeah.
Bro, you guys, bro. Man, don't get me started on Bars Now. Fucking hell. These guys, fucking, you know.
Well, they don't know.
Got some.
They don't know anything about the history or anything. Sorry to cut you off. No, it's all good. It's all good. They just don't know anything about the history or don't know who came before them or anything. Like it's just.
Yeah. I think for me, man, like I had to get to know the history of like American hip hop because I was in that culture, you know. So I was of the era that when we had the 56K fucking, what was it? The internet, bro. I was on that new era.
Dial up, yeah.
Dial up, bro. I was hiding the phone in my room. You know, I had the long extension cord from the lounge or from the kitchen all the way to the room. Yeah, so it's dialing up, and I'm trying to muzzle it. You know, my mum doesn't even know what she's paid for, bro. Like, mum, you got to get this because it's the fucking new shit. You know?
Yeah.
I've come from the era where I've had to move with the times, and being a student of the culture, bro, like, for me, it's up to the individual. Like, you either want to know about it or you don't. Like, fucking, but I always wanted to know fucking about where it came from, you know? Like, I was a fan of the Decepticons. I was a fan of Shefu. I was a fan of all these. Like, I even go so far to, like, I went back looking at Sisters of Underground, you know, King Caps, fucking Upper Heart Posse. Whether or not I liked their music or not was a different story, because at the time I was influenced by fucking New York shit. I was influenced by Nas and that. I was like, fuck, this shit is trash. But you still have to do your homework and you still have to pay respects, you know? And these new guys, bro, they're like, fuck, I posted up one song, they're like, fuck, who's this guy? Like, half of the people don't even know that my old alias used to be Chronicle, you know? Like, I went and saw a song the other day, a song that I did on the Dawn Raid, Straight from the Streets compilation, bro, when I did South Auckland Anthem. And it's got like, fuck, bro, it's almost got over 1 million views. A South Auckland Anthem, and it's got all this gang fucking shit on it, and they're doing all these like little video edits of this, of all the gangs, and they're playing my song in the background. And I'm like, holy shit, like, I haven't even got 1 million views on my own videos. And half of the cunts are there, they don't even know that guy Chronicle is me. Like, when I changed my name, like, because half of the people they've never done their history, you know?
Why did you change your name?
I just grew out of it, bro.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was an old name. Like, when I made the rap name, it was like, I come from graffiti, bro. I come from tagging days, and I would have made fucking 10 tagging names in a month. So I was constantly changing a name, and Chronicle just sort of stuck with it, you know? I was back on that when I was listening to Dre, or when I was trying to be fucking Dr. Dre, cuz.
Yeah.
I thought, oh, fuck, Chronic, bro, the Chronicle, you know? I was trying to, he's the man. And I sort of just stuck with it, and then I started gaining a bit of push, and I was like, oh shit, it's starting to move. So I was like, fuck, can't really change it. Until I got a breaking Rick, and now, like, you know, I sort of grew out of it. And now Nedik was the guy that talked to me. He was like, dude, like, if you want to reinvent yourself, like, think of a name. I couldn't think of a name. And he was like, bro, what's your last name? I was like, Tyler. And he's like, bro, aren't you Fijian? I was like, yeah. He's like, bro, this sounds like a fucking made up name. I was like, yeah, but it's my real name. He goes, bro, roll with fucking Tyson Tyler. I was like, okay, sweet. And so that's sort of where it went from. I was like, fuck, real name, no gimmicks, you know?
Yeah.
Like, even when I came in the scene and started getting songs on the radio, bro, everyone thought I was like a white dude. They're like, the new song from Tyson Tyler. Yeah, like, he's this fucking white guy from Rewa. Like.
Oh, well, I'm sure you sorted that out. Did you ever, did people ever come up to you and be like, hey, man, I'm a big fan of your music? Like, did you start getting a bit of the fame stuff where you couldn't walk the street? Because there was a period of time where you were like you hit that peak.
Yeah, honestly, I'm not going to lie, bro. Like, I always wanted it back in the day. And when it did happen, it fucking happened. Like, it happened in the hood straight away. Like,
instantaneous.
Bro, you'd go anywhere. Like, I didn't even go to the bakery, bro. And they were like, oh, bro, what's up, bro? Ty Tyler. Like, they started calling me Ty Tyler. Where it's like, bro, I went to school with you, kid. And they were calling me by the full name.
Yeah.
Bro, the funniest one was when, like, I'd be in the hood, like, where the laundromat, for instance, right? I'd be with my old lady, and then they'd come up and they'd be like, oh, Tyson Tyler's mum. Like,
bro,
calling my mum like Tyson Tyler's mum.
Yeah.
Bro, where's bro? Like, come on, bro, I'm right here, G. Like, fuck. it was just funny, bro, just seeing the change of that, but it never got to me, bro. Like, I'm not gonna lie, fucking, the head got a little bit bigger. I was like, oh,
yeah.
But yeah, it was what it was. I was sort of in the scene anyway, like in the city, always trying to be involved in everything. So I think when I got more noticed in the music scene away from like the hood was where I was like I'd sort of try to keep it humble and down. I was like, bro, but like think like I think for instance like when Machu from 660, man, like I wasn't even a big fan of 660, bro. And I saw him one night. We were all fucking, everyone's jumping on couches, wine bottles and shit in some VIP club.
Yeah.
The dude comes out and he's reciting my lyrics, bro, from a song. And he's like, yo, what's up, man? He's like, Tyson Tyler. And I was like, bro. My cousin hit me up. He's like, bro, that's fucking the lead singer from 660, bro. And I'm like, who? 360. And they're like, no, bro, that's 660, you know? I was like, oh, fuck. Because I was that much ingrained in hip-hop, bro. I was waiting for the acknowledgement from the hip-hop community. I was like, oh, fuck. I wasn't worried about what was going on in the bigger scene.
Yeah.
But to get that from him was pretty crazy, man. Like, fucking, you know, we've all seen what they've done.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I think for a lot of people, respect is the number one currency when it comes to hip hop. So that's the number one thing you want. Well, you think that's what people want, and that other stuff,
sure.
Yeah, and that other stuff comes second. And then obviously you get people like Tom Francis who kind of buy their fame as opposed to earning it the right way.
Yeah. It's funny you brought up his name, man. I actually thought you were gonna say Tom Scott. Nah, but fucking that Tom Francis dude, man. Like, I think I made it sort of clear on social media about him. Like, he hit me up fucking 2015, I think it would have been, when I was living in Australia. And he's like, bro, I got 6 beats for you. So he sends me 6 beats, right? And I'm like, oh, bro, these are fire. So I don't know who the fuck Tom Francis is, bro. I don't give a fuck who you are. Like, I don't know who he is, you know? I'm thinking he's a beat maker.
Yeah.
You're sending me beats, mate. So I got to give it to him, though. The way he did it was pretty good, all right?
Yeah.
So I get the beat. Okay. I choose a couple of beats, and I'm like, bro, I wrote to one of the beats. And he goes, oh, bro, Young Sid's already written to that beat. I said, sorry, bro. I go, well, so what do you want to do? Like, we'll hit Sid up, you know, like we'll work something out. You know, Sid's a friend of mine. He's, established artist. He's the man, bro.
Yeah.
Whether or not we do the song together, oh, yeah, we'll do the song together, but it's my song, bro. Oh, it's your song. Oh, you making the beat or, like, you know, in terms of those ones?
Yeah.
And I was like, he goes, oh, no. I'm an artist, bro. I'm a rapper. Oh, okay. Okay, sweet. Oh, no, sweet as. You know, like, I've been away from the local scene so long. I thought, fuck, this must be the new guy, bro. He's got Young Sid. He's got a fucking, bro, he's going to get Ty Tyler on the song. Yeah, oh, it's the shit.
Yeah.
I go, bro, I'm not going to lie, cuz. I go in, okay. Where's your songs at, bro? I'll go to YouTube, Tom Francis. Check the cunt out, eh? Oh, bro. I was blown away of how this guy was fucking so trash. I couldn't believe it, bro.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it. So I said, so I charged him. I said, fuck, you want me on the song? I'm going to charge you a fee, bro.
Yeah.
Like I would have done to any person at the time. I was getting heaps of features. I was charging this person here and there, or whether or not it was a friend, we'd do it for free, you know? It's still our bread and butter, bro. So end of the day, he goes, no. He turned it down. He goes, nah, bro, I'm not paying for that. I was like, oh, the man. I said, no, that's cool. So I don't know if he ended up pulling out the song with him and Sid. I'm not sure. Whether or not he paid Sid, bro, it would have been I don't know, man. But yeah, I just told him, I said, dude, this is trash, bro. Like, fucking, like, unless we're talking above the hundies, we're talking about a K. I need a K a verse, bro.
Yeah.
For this shit. unless or just give me the beat, you know, because the song that I wrote to it, bro, was like, because I was at the time I was trying to really chase a follow-up radio hit. This is me in the time of like, oh, bro, I need to get a hit, you know. Like, you know, I got into those modes of like, I need to get a hit, bro. My fan flavor, they're waiting for that new hit.
Yeah, yeah.
And it was dope, bro. It was a dope song, but yeah, it never panned out to what it was, you know, because he was too cool of a guy, bro. Well, we all seen what happened with him.
Yeah,
look at this guy.
Yeah. Well, that's right. I mean, that beat that he gave you, probably he didn't even make it, bro. He probably stole it from someone else and then tried to take.
You know what, bro? It was probably a YouTube beat. It was that fire.
Yeah, man, for sure. So
yeah, what are your thoughts, bro? Like
on Tom Francis.
Yeah, I seen he had that dude. What's his name? Dills or Dylan or something?
Yeah, Dills. Yeah. Because I don't know if you know the full story, but so he went through a pretty long court case with Tom. It was it hit mainstream, was on Stuff, New Zealand Herald, everything. Like, it was pretty mainstream. He basically tried to rip off Dills. To summarize it in short, but basically Dills was smart enough to know, even though they didn't sign a contract, there was discussion through email and Facebook messages, as far as I know. And so, but Dills won the court case.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he won the court case. But you know, he still hasn't gotten his money back from Tom, as far as I know.
He still got no money from it.
Well, I think he won a small portion, but that doesn't cover the amount that he gave to the guy. I mean, he gave him thousands of dollars because he was supposed to, his black market enterprise was supposed to promote his album and everything, but it turned out to be utter bullshit. And anyway, like, I ended up being involved because
How'd you get involved?
Well, because I had Dills on my show, I got a complaint from YouTube saying, there's been a complaint filed against the podcast that I did with Dills, and they wanted to take it down. I was like, what the fuck for?
Yeah.
Like everything that Dills said on the podcast was public knowledge. Like, I wasn't like breaching any confidential contract or any personal information. And so like I had to email, like, bro, I was so mad that I wrote a diss track to Tom Francis and everything, man. Like, I was going to release it.
The man grabbed his pen. The man grabbed the sword. And it was ready to go.
Yeah, it was ready to go, man, because I was going to release it and stuff. And then, you know, there was, just because of the podcast and stuff, and I don't just have hip-hop people on here, so there was a few people that were like, nah, we're not going to come on your show if you're going around like dissing.
Oh, bro, I've seen the guests you have on your podcast.
Yeah. I mean, if it was a hip-hop show, like, I wouldn't care. I'd just be like, oh, fuck it. Yeah, I'm going to diss you.
I mean, you got to keep it cool, man. Like,
yeah, that's the thing, bro. Yeah. But there's a part of me that just
the hip-hop category, because I mean, you got fucking
well, because
I don't know what.
Because Carlos Hicks, you know Carlos, the flying Fijian, bro. Yeah. Because he was like, bro, just release it, bro, or just release it to me. Just send me the song. I'm like, oh. But
Carlos.
Yeah, bro. Man. Bro, he's got bars, bro.
Guys, I was impressed, bro. I tell you what, man, I didn't even know that dude was Fijian, bro. I was thinking, fuck. Bro, when I saw the pod, I was like, yes. I was like, fuck, bro, about time we had someone in the MMA community, bro, from fucking, like, bro, there's only heaps of Fijian dudes that'll fucking fly like that, like.
Yeah, bro. But they don't get.
And he's well-spoken, bro. He's well-spoken. He's articulate. He's a funny dude. He's got an awesome personality. Bro, after that podcast, I tell you no lie, I went straight to Facebook. I added the guy.
Oh, did you?
Let's be friends, bro. I was like, I didn't know this guy,
Did he accept?
Oh, yeah, he did. He did.
Oh, good man. He's a good dude,
I don't think he fucking knows who I am. But I'm like, hey, Tangane, what's up, bro?
Oh, well, educate him, because he's one of those dudes that I had on my show, and then we kind of became boys afterwards. Like, he's like,
yeah, he looks like a good dude, bro.
No, he's a good dude, man. Because there's some people I asked to come on the show, and like I don't get anything back, like no response, or like nah, not interested.
Yeah.
But he was like, yeah, man, I'm game, and so yeah, that's why I've had him on twice. You know, because he's a good dude, and
Yeah, he'd be cool as like a what would you call it? Like a regular guest.
Yeah, regular. Yeah. I've actually thought I'm like,
that.
yeah, like every 6 months, I think I might get him on or something.
Yeah, because when I saw the because I watched the first one, I was like, oh, well, this is shit. And then I watched his fights, and I was like, because I've been to heaps of those King of the Rings.
Yeah.
And I missed out on his ones, and I was like, oh, fuck the man, bro. And so I watched that one. I was like, added him up, and I thought, fuck, I'm gonna make some music for this guy, eh? But then I didn't know he rapped. I was like, I know you guys were talking about it. And I was like, fuck. Hey, Carlos, bro, there's only one Fijian rapper, bro.
That second time he came on and he spit those bars at the end, bro. I was like, bro, this is
yeah, bro.
A lot of the dudes. Yeah, I'm like, he's not even a rapper, and he's better than a lot of these rappers out. I'm like, bro.
Hard, bro.
Because I've been thinking of moving there. I'm like, oh, do I want to move to Brisbane? I was reading some pros and cons about the city, but the cons, I was honestly, like, they're not even cons.
I'm not trying to be like those come to Brisbane guys. Right. Come to Brisbane, brother. Like, out of all the places, minus these two fucking African girls are, you know, like, off the thing, but minus these two ladies, or three now that they found.
Well, they're not even from Brisbane. They're not even from Brisbane. They're from Victoria, aren't they?
No. They're from Brisbane.
Oh, they are? Oh.
Yeah. And the funniest thing is, one of them just lives up the road from where I stay.
Oh, my God.
So the schools got closed down. Everything. It would have been all right if you... Bro, I understand lying about fucking, you know, all the criminal friends that I have and the lies that we have told in the past and the future, whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Minus that, it would have been all right if you didn't go down and you fucking partied with everyone in Melbourne at that illegal party, and then you didn't get caught lying because you're down there stealing handbags, you know?
Yeah.
And then they come up here like, fuck, bro, just relax, stay at home. But fuck, I had the list. I actually had the list, bro. I was going to bring it on the podcast. I got my boss to print out the list at work last night.
Yeah.
And I said, fuck, I'm bringing it up, bro. I'm going to call out the list. And we got fucking 12 locations where these girls have been, you know?
Yeah. I saw the list, actually. So many different places.
Yeah,
it's like, yo.
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's amazing to me, like, this pandemic has just made me lose a bit of faith in humanity, man. Like, the stupidity of people and the sheer selfishness of people is just crazy to me. I'm just like, come on, man. Like, seriously?
Bro, I'm not going to lie, man. Like, when it first came up, I was really trying to keep it fucking because of the kids, you know? Like, and as for myself, you know, I'm not the healthiest guy out, you know? But I'm healthy enough to fucking live for the family, and what it was like, it was such a small ratio of people that had it in Queensland that these guys had done it, and they just fucking killed the whole state.
Yeah,
they killed everything, the work that has been done here, you know. I was like, fuck, bro, I couldn't believe it, cuz.
Well, yeah, because there was supposed to be a trans-Tasman bubble, you know, between New Zealand and Australia, and that's not happening now. Like, no way is that happening now. I mean, I know Winston Peters has talked about opening us up with Tasmania, but I don't think.
Oh shit, Winston.
Yeah.
That's my man, bro.
Bro,
well, my granddad was a Winston fan, eh?
Real? Yeah, I know a few Winnie fans, eh? Like, people are. It's funny, every election.
He's just old school, bro. He's old school, you know, old school.
Yeah. People keep writing him off every election, and every election he makes it in. So I'm just like, bro, don't ever count him out, man. Honestly.
Did you have Jacinda on here, or?
No, man. She's very hard to get on, bro, and rightly so. She's the prime minister, man. Like, she's busy as hell, and obviously, like, I'd love to chat with her.
I feel like she needs to be on this platform. Because I did hear her on, I think, Louis Nux and Tourette's. You know Louis Nux and Tourette's, right?
Yeah.
I know they got a podcast as well. And I think that's what I confused it with. I think they had her on there.
Do you know how long for? Was it like?
Bro, I think it was actually before she became Prime Minister.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, they had her in the prime time of fucking her trying to, her trying to sell her goods. Lack of a better term, but fuck. Yeah, man. I feel like your platform would be good for her, bro. Just ask her some questions.
Yeah, for sure.
She's very too busy now, bro.
Yeah. I mean, I did ask her sometime last year, and her PA pretty much said, look, she's not going to be available for like a year and a half. Like, that's how far in advance they book her out. I'm like, damn. But like,
crazy.
Yeah, and that was before COVID. So, I mean, she's obviously doesn't have that much spare time. And when she does have that spare time, she probably wants to spend it
as expected, though, eh? Like,
yeah.
What are you going to argue the case? Oh, well, she's booked a year and a half. Nah, come on, man. She's got, bro, it's a fucking Prime Minister.
Yeah, totally. I mean, that doesn't mean that I'll give up, like, trying to get her on again at some point. I mean, one of the cool things I'll say is there are some people I reach out to, bro, and I never get a response. I don't hear anything. I don't know if they even got it or it just got filtered out or whatever. But at least with her, like, I got a response. I don't even care if people say no. It's just when I don't hear anything, because then I'm like, well, did you get the email? Did you not get it? Did you filter it out? Like, what the? Like, I don't know. Like, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Not knowing, and I'm like, oh, do I even bother trying to reach out to you again? Like, yeah, that's the thing.
No, at least you try, man. I respect it, eh? Like, I'm just glad there's a person doing this type of show on that platform. Like, like I said before, being a fucking avid listener of podcasts. And like, it was always audio, bro. Now it's the whole video thing, Like, for me, fucking, bro, I never was a fan of even doing my own music videos, bro. Like, I don't know what they call it, mental issues, this and that. Like, I've always been anxious of going out to do gigs and even going out to the town and little things like that. Like, I didn't even want to be on fucking film half of the time. Hence why I got to have a bit of Dutch courage. But when I get in that space, then I can talk. It's that's. I know you had was it King Cass on?
Yeah, bro. He's an interesting dude.
Yeah,
bro.
I tell you what, that was a crazy app, man. Like, I was actually listening to it and I was thinking, fuck, bro. Like, I don't know if I can give that amount of energy, bro.
Bro, it's like he had 10 Red Bulls before he came on or something, man. Like, there's sometimes where, like, I guess I'm not prepared enough, and maybe, like, I knew what he was like, but, like, it kind of caught me a bit off guard. I was like, oh, shit, and it's a bit off my game, because he's so, like, 1 minute he's happy, then he's sad, and then he's angry, and I'm like, fuck, I'm going to try and steer this conversation somehow. And sometimes at
points, bro, I was sort of like he took over the fucking podcast, I thought, and I was thinking, fuck this guy. It's crazy. Like, he sort of turned it into his own thing, which is like,
well, that's I don't mind that, bro. I mean, the show's not really about me. I mean, I try to make it about the guests as much as possible. But every guest is different. I mean, there's some guests I've had on, bro, and they're terrible, bro. They don't even talk. And I'm like, why the fuck are you even on here? Like, and then I have to end up talking about myself and feel like some narcissist vain guy, because I'm like, well, I have to talk about myself for an hour because, you don't want to talk, so I guess I'll talk,
Yeah, for sure, man.
Yeah,
bro, like, my whole thing was too, like, I'd never, like, I'll tell you what, getting into this podcast game, bro, and just listening to podcasts, it's a total different thing when you're trying to run a podcast, Like, I've got like probably fucking 7 episodes, bro, ready to drop. But the thing is, like, I'm interviewing, it's not even an interview, it's just a yarn, bro, it's just a talk with friends and family and this and that. And sort of when a bit of alcohol is involved and a bit of this and that, like, my whole thing is do what you want to do. Like, I don't know, someone smoking cigarettes, sipping beers and shit, I would have worn sunglasses on your podcast. This is a Kiwi Talks first. But the main thing is to make the person comfortable, eh?
Yeah, for sure. That's what it
And
is.
when I sort of found myself doing it, bro, I was like, fuck, we just started bringing up shit from the past, and like, it wasn't even relevant to the listener, you know? I was like, oh, fuck, I don't even know if they want to hear about some of the shit that we're talking about. Like, so it's sort of like, bro, I got to give you kudos for that, man, for doing what you do, you know? Like, for me, I don't really know much about your history and sort of what you've done, bro. You sort of just popped up for me, and just fucking was automatic respect, bro. I was like, fuck. I think because of the way you fucking handled yourself, you know? Because of the way you did things.
Oh, well, cheers for that, bro. Much appreciated coming from you, man. I mean, I kind of had an idea what I wanted to do when I first started it, but it's one of those things as it goes on, you kind of see where it's going and you adjust as need be. But I never wanted to be pigeonholed because my only concern was like, I know a lot of hip hop dudes, and I was worried that I might get pigeonholed into just hip hop guests, or only the base that would listen to it would be hip hop guests. And then I was like,
for sure.
That was the thing I was worried about, but it seems to have just kind of gone this different direction, which is cool. I mean, I wanted to originally keep it studio based just because the quality of the audio and the video is better, but COVID-19 has just changed the game anyway. So you just kind of have to adapt, bro. If you think of like Kodak, right? They were like the kings when it came to like digital photography and stuff, and then they didn't adapt,
for sure.
And now they're obsolete, bro. So you just you gotta change with the times, bro. Just like a lot of rappers do, you know. Like you do drill
bro,
stuff.
I still got those. Remember those fucking Kodak cameras?
Yeah,
from the supermarket.
Yeah. The
I don't know how many. Dude, I don't know how many cameras I've got. That's a disposable cameras.
Yeah, the disposable cameras. Yeah.
I got a box full of disposable cameras somewhere. Of like fucking, bro. I remember taking disposable cameras and taking shots of people in the Source magazine, like to make to get a photo out of it.
Yeah.
What a hard out fan, eh? Like to try to like, bro. I got him on photo, G. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, eh? But no, it's bro. It is what it is. You like you said, bro. You can't pigeonhole yourself into just hip hop because it's fucking bigger than that, man.
Well,
and also, I suppose the guests that you did have, like, different story if it's called Kiwi Hip Hop Talk, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's right.
Kiwi Talks, you know, like fuck. Yeah. I'm starting to sound like a fucking Australian, eh? Oh, this fucking Australian guy.
Well, you are Aussie at heart, bro. I mean, you're born there.
Aussie at heart. Fuck, come on,
yeah.
Bro, you know, hey, speaking of that, bro, you know what my ultimate fucking thing was, right? Like, my plan was, right? Was like, okay, yeah, South Auckland raised. You know, I lived there 20 fucking years, bro. I did everything through there, went to school, everything. Went through the School of Hard Knocks in South Auckland, Rewa. And I thought, fuck, I'm going to come back to Aussie. And then the plan is to take the fame from over there or the accolades that I had from New Zealand hip-hop. I'm going to come to Australian hip-hop and I'm going to fucking tell them that I was born here and I'm the new guy and I'm ready to take it over. You know, and none of that shit ever happened, bro. Like, I did one song called Uncivil War, and where I sort of called out all the old heads, you know.
Yeah.
And it never happened, and bro, this whole new drill scene is just fucking taking over, which is dope, man. Which is dope, but fuck, it's not gonna last long. Everyone's already bored of this shit, you know.
Oh, I'm bored of it. I'm totally bored of it because a lot of it sounds the same, bro. That's the problem.
Right.
A lot of these new dudes, they don't have a very a particular sound, like a distinctive sound. Yeah. If you think of the old school dudes, you know, like Pac, Nas, you know, Kool G Rap, those dudes. You know, even newer ones like Drake and Kendrick, you know, they have a distinctive sound, but a lot of these other dudes don't. Man. Yeah.
I think also, like, because I was into the drill scene real early, bro, like the UK drill scene. And I know with this new Brooklyn drill scene and fucking now we got the Aussie drill scene. It's like people don't even know the history of that, bro. Like you don't need to know the history of just fucking hip hop. Like I don't expect you to know who fucking Kool G Rap is Rakim, fucking Cool Herc and all them. Bro, you don't need to go that far. Bro, half of these guys are just trying to sound like the Australian drill. Like, they're like, oh, yeah, like, that's their history, you know?
Yeah.
You know? Oh, bro, it's fucking... Want to come up with the shakes? Oh, fucking stop, mate.
So do you have a dream collab? Is there like one collaboration you'd want to do? Like one collaboration?
Ooh. Man. I think if you asked the old Tyson Tyler, like the young Tyson Tyler, it would have been Dr. Dre, bro. Like, I was such a fan of him.
Yeah, bro, he's the man.
Until I grew up and we witnessed, you know, some of the best go through that rank and just become writers.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like Joel Ortiz and that, man. Like, dude, they all got shelved. So, I don't know, man. For me, I got to do a lot of collabs. Like, one of them was like Mobb Deep, bro. And I actually did a song with Tragedy Gaddafi, which was close enough to Mobb Deep.
Yeah, yeah.
For me. So I done one with him. I done one with fucking Ill Bill. I've been on songs with a lot of cats that would have been dreams to me back then. But, bro, come to think of it now, bro, I don't know how far you can dream of it. Like, I'm not going to be an eat-ass and say, fucking, I want to love a song with Drake, you know?
Mm.
Well, I'd love to get on a song with that motherfucker and do whatever, man. Mandem. You know, like...
Well, bro, you could probably outright Drake, bro. I reckon you got harder bars than Drake. Drake's he's a singer / rapper as opposed to a rapper / singer. You know, like Bone Thugs were like singers. Well, I don't know. Actually, they're rappers / singers, I would say. But
yeah,
Drake,
I mean,
yeah, but Drake's
also harmonizers. I don't know, man.
Yeah, yeah. But Bone Thugs, you know, that they were a different beast back in the day. Yeah, yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
I met them, I met them at the airport actually.
Oh, real?
Yeah. So
yeah, I met them as well, man. I met them as well. When I was on the Straight for the Streets course, I met them, really? And it's actually on the intro of the album. We got Crazy Bone and Wishbone. They come up to the thing and they're like all talking to the students, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like everyone's like asking questions. Like everyone's from Otara, Rewa. Like these are all bad kids, you know. Like some of the best, bro. Like I was on the course with fucking some dope dudes, you know. This is after Two-Face and like dudes with like we had like J Dub, like bro, I won't get into names because it's hood shit. But I was on the course, like I wasn't on the course because I was like a bad kid. I was on the course because I went to Dawn Raid and I fucking gave the guy 40 beats and fucking 40 demo tracks, you know. And I said I need to be on this. I need to be on this course. And funny thing is, bro, when I got on that course, the other guy that was doing the same as me was Dirty Sesh, bro.
Oh, true.
And so he rolled up and everyone was like, oh, bro, that's fucking my king's son, you know? Like, bro, he thinks he's the man, you know? He's privileged, this and that. Bro, when I got to know the dude, bro, and when I got to meet him, I found out that, hey, fuck, man, two of the hardest working motherfuckers ain't even from the streets like that. It was me and Sesh. This guy's there at the same time as me. Fucking 1 hour before everybody else. He's on Fruity Loops, bro. He was on another level, you know? And so that speaks for his fucking his work ethic now and for my work ethic maybe 3 years ago. So maybe not now, but it's coming back. It's coming back.
So my one of my boys, he's my best mate. I told him I was talking to you, and he was like, "Yo, man, can you ask him what who his top 5 MCs are of all time and all time Australasia?" And he wanted me to tell you, shouts to my man Jers, that like Bodyguard is his jam.
What's his name?
His name's Jers.
Oh, Jers, what's up, bro?
Yeah, bro. So, but yeah, he's a big fan, man. But been a fan of you for a while, and
thank you.
And he wanted me to ask you, who your top 5 MCs are of all time, and then your top 5 MCs in Australasia.
Bro, that's like the fucking ultimate hard question, but
yeah,
it's not like I haven't got the. Yeah, like I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like, bro, I don't know where you're. Nah. honestly, of all time, bro, it's so hard because every other fucking place you hear about everybody's top 5. For me, it's for the old school ones, bro. It's probably like in no fucking order. Like, I mean, if it's top 5, it's most influential. Nas is always my number 1. That's the guy that fucking made me want to rap. Still to this day, he's the GOAT for me.
Yeah, he's legend.
Nas. I know a lot of people like to put Puck and Biggie in there, but yeah, maybe they're sort of like maybe 6 or 7 for me, bro. It's hard to say. I'd probably put Big Pun in there before them.
Nice.
So we got Nas, Big Pun, Cool G Rap, Black Thought, and Royce the 5'9".
Bro, dope list, bro. Dope list.
That's just, bro. I'll be fighting with that list myself, really.
Yeah.
Off the top.
Being a Nas fan, because I'm a Nas fan as well, what would be your favorite Nas song? I can give you mine, which would be Rewind.
Give me yours first, then.
Rewind.
Bro, Rewind is fire, bro. Yeah. Honestly, man, there's so many fucking Nas songs that I love, bro. But the one that gets me, like, into a zone, into a state of mind, and the one that is my favorite, I don't know if it's cliche, bro, but it's New York State of Mind, bro.
Nice,
like,
bro.
There's nothing I could put that on now and just get into a zone, bro.
Yeah.
Like, bro, when you hear that beat, man, like, bro, and then he fucking goes into the verse, bro. You know. Oh.
That was like a perfect storm, bro. Nas and Premier, man.
Bro, it's the best, man.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the fucking best, man. That's why I don't know what Premier was thinking when he took on RZA, bro. Holy, like, should have been a rap for RZA, bro.
Yeah.
RZA's the man, bro. I gotta give it to him, but fuck, bro. Ain't no way you're fucking around with Prems, bro. No way you're fucking touching Primo, brother.
Yeah, Premier is one of the GOATs, bro. Like in terms of top 5 producers, he'd be easily there. Top 3, I'd probably say.
Bro, not all of Premier's beats are like, bro, it's not fire banger, but it's the style of beat that he makes, you know?
Well, he has a distinctive
when you
style.
Hear that certain style of boom bap beat, you know, with the and then he fucking adds in the scratches, bro.
Yeah.
It's a rap, bro. What? Watch how it go down, like, fuck. You got to be an artist in yourself to put those sort of certain cuts into beats. And he's the man, bro.
Yeah, there's a definite an art to scratching. Like, and he has a distinctive style. Like, you don't even need to know it's him for you to know it's him. You just hear the beat, you're like, yep, that's him. You don't even need to read. Sure, who's the producer of this? I'm like, bro, you know it's Premier. Same with Dre.
Yeah,
Timbaland is another one. Like certain distinctive sound.
Yeah, Timbo's another one, man. Like, yeah, he'd be. Definitely top 3 for me, producer-wise. Even to get my style to change to that. Like, I went from the boom bap to the Timbo style, you know?
Yeah.
Like, when I started working with Yorell, it was a point where the whole beat game sort of switched up. And then I got into that club game, and I was like, oh, yo, this guy's fire. And so Timbo was the man of that. With the synths and shit. Like, right.
Yeah.
With the drum patterns, bro, like fuck.
What is Yorell doing these days? Is he still around?
Bro, he's still making beats, man. It's funny. I think he's about to arrive here soon.
Oh, nice.
So I haven't caught up with him in a long time, and but me and him, I'm like motherfucking Justin Timberlake he's like my, Timbo to Justin Timberlake.
Yeah. Okay, sweet.
Him to Dre, like. Me and him work together so well, and he's changed his name now. He's going by Dim.
Dim?
So, yeah, Dim, or okay. D-H-E-M.
Okay, that might be why. Because I was wondering, because I've always thought like he's one of the best producers around. And I was like wondering,
Yeah,
I'm like,
he's
what are
actually
they
been doing
doing?
a lot of stuff with like a lot of R&B guys overseas and that.
Oh yeah, fair enough. I mean, there's a lot of
I
money.
think he's worked with a lot of local guys as well still.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he's the man. He's the man, bro.
Cool, bro.
We need him a fucking like that.
Like this.
And yeah, for sure. Twist the fingers, bro.
Sweet,
yeah,
man.
no, he's the man, bro. But fucking, there's so many producers, bro. I'm actually trying to backtrack, bro. Being a fucking horse cunt. Trying to backtrack to what you said was the top 5 of what I told you. But what was the other top 5 that you said? Top 5 recently or
top 5 in Australasia? Top 5 in
Australasia. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I don't know, man. Because being a fucking, narcissist, I don't know. But I'm
just put yourself, bro. It's all good. It's all good. That's what Emcees do, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. I've always considered myself top 5 MC, but then I'd put in PNC, I'd put in Consai, Dallas. I'd probably say, bro, these are not even no slight to the Australian rapper, but mate, there ain't no fucking Australian rapper that's gonna take. But you know what? I give that dude Chillin' It. I rate Chillin' It, bro. And there's a couple other dudes, man. A couple other dudes that I've seen that are fire. But fuck, there ain't no one taking fucking these New Zealand MCs, bro.
Oh yeah,
I'll
bro.
go get J1. We'll go get Tech Swift. We'll go get Mareko. We'll go get fucking. There's too many, bro.
Yeah.
And there's not enough. Not enough respect on the New Zealand artist names. And then you got fucking bro. I wouldn't say it's a new breed. But you got dudes like fucking Swit It, bro. You got dudes like INF. You got dudes like fucking, Mellow Downs, whatever. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I think
lyrically,
yeah.
I think for me, a top 5 is rated whether it's roundabout, whether it's. There's so many things that add to that top 5 for me. Whether you're a writer, lyricist, a flow, cadence, delivery. A lot of these things come into my top 5. So many things, bro. You could be a mad worker, work ethic, fucking this and that,
For sure, man.
You just got to be creative. You got to be fucking, you got to be an individual, bro. You got to be stand out. A lot of these new cats now in Aussie, bro, they all sound the same, cuz. Fuck, bro. We'll do the same talk.
Yeah. I think that's the scene in general, though. A lot of these dudes sound the same.
Yeah. Like, I even got upset at the boys back home, trying to be like the Aussie guys here.
Yeah.
Like, oh, guys, relax, man. Like, I know Sid and them were trying to push for fucking, oh, bro, Sid, like, fuck, bro.
Yeah, Sid's top 5.
Sydney Diamond, bro, top 5, but yeah, everyone's trying to push for this New Zealand accent thing. I think they were trying to do a couple of years ago. And then all of a sudden, bro, the fucking Australian scene just comes in, boom.
Yeah.
And everyone's fucking, yeah. But it's hard trying to do like a New Zealand accent thing, because I think fucking New Zealand accents it's one of the best accents in the world. Like, you can sort of swag it this way, you can sort of do, little tinges of what New Zealand does is up here on that level. Maybe it sounds Americanized, bro. It's a hard debate. It's a hard talk.
Well, the other thing as well is because, New Zealand has obviously the highest Polynesian population in the world. And Polynesia, obviously that accent and, Hawaii and coming through from America, there's a little bit of American twang that's embedded within the accent as well. So that's why when you hear the Samoans, the Fijians, the Tongans rapping, people get like, oh, it sounds too Americanized. I'm like, bro, but like you look at the history of Polynesians, like it naturally just sounds that way. So it's not necessarily that, the New Zealand people are.
It's definitely the influence of like Tongans, Samoans, Hawaiians. There's a lot of them all spread out throughout, like obviously California.
Yeah. For sure.
I just recently found out I got mad Fijian family that live in Cali and shit. I didn't even know about them, bro. Like, fucking hell. Like, I would have loved, bro. Hey, guy, can I come stay with you? Like, fuck, bro, would have been the shit.
Well, probably not now.
Yeah, like, honestly, bro, like, back in the day when we were trying to rap, like, it wasn't a cultural thing, you know? Like, now all of a sudden, like, bro, like, for instance, bro, Carlos Hicks, who the fuck would know? This cunt's a fucking beast.
Yeah.
He's a Fijian, bro. Other than his alias, the Flying Fijian. Bro, I never was that back in the day, you know? Like, when I was Tyler the Rottweiler, I had people that used to talk Samoan to me, this and that, whatever. Like, it was never a cultural thing back in the day. Even brown skin, white skin, whatever. Like, now that all this racism and all this fucking, equality and, bro, there's so many words for it. I haven't even got the fucking the vocab. There's so much shit that has come into power over 2020 is
it's a shit year, bro. It's a shit year, bro. For real.
Like, to bring it back into this local scene of drill, like, only recently I've found out that some of the dopest rappers are Fijian from the Australian scene. Like, bro, everybody's coming out, and you wouldn't know until everyone's rocking a flag. They're rocking a flag, you know. If I knew that's what it was back in the day, I would have rocked the baby blue flag in the back of all my clips. You know, we got a guy that's fucking a millionaire, Fortify, for instance. He's a fucking millionaire living in Dubai. He's a Fijian, guys. Hey, he's done well. What's the stories about this guy? That's come from Logan City. He's done well. There's so many fucking people. There's so many cultures, and then you go to Polynesia. You break it down to Micronesia, Melanesia. Bro, what do we? Everything can be compartmentalized. There's like, there's so much shit, bro.
Yeah.
I don't want to get too fucking deep into it, but you know.
Yeah. No, I get your point though, and I feel like we're kind of losing that. You know, it's focusing too much on race, and I think that divides people more. You know, it becomes
the best intro, bro, that I ever had. The best quote, the best intro was from Shampao Alisi. You know the guy that Shampao, you know Shampao?
Yeah.
He did an interview with me with I think it was with Pacifica, whatever it's called, on Channel 1. You still got Channel 1 on NZ?
Oh, bro, I don't even watch television, but yeah, it's Channel 1 still around.
Exactly, bro. Nobody watches TV anymore.
Yeah, it's all Netflix and all that jazz.
Bro, and he did it, and he goes, Tyson Tyler, he goes, like exactly what you said with the intro, bro. He was like, Fijian, Australian born, raised in South Auckland. His name's Tyson Tyler. It might sound like a fashion label, but he's actually like the way he did it, bro, was so fucking crazy. Like, it just summed it up.
Yeah.
And it was dope, man. It was what it was, you know. Like, bro, for instance, Carlos Hicks. There's histories to these names that did not obviously the Islander names. Like, bro, come on, bro. That's a whole other story.
Yeah, it is another story. Yeah.
Yeah,
cool,
it's a deep convo, man.
It is like deep convo. We could go on for this. Go on with this.
We can, man. What's the time going? Fuck, I'm sorry to keep you up, man.
I might wrap it up there, bro. But yo, man, it's sure. Been bro, it's been an honor to talk to you, bro, because I've watched you for years, man, and I've always been an admirer of you.
Thank you.
You've always been one of my top MCs in New Zealand, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing well in Brisbane, bro. I mean, I'll be hollering at you if I do decide to make the move over, bro.
Yeah, man. We need Reece over here, man.
Well, yeah, well.
Nice.
Yeah.
Get him out of Hamilton, man.
Yeah, bro. It'd just be a matter of sorting out work, That would be the main thing. And convincing the missus, like, hey, we should go to Brisbane, you know. But
yeah.
But that would be
man.
Yeah. But obviously it won't be for a while. I think I'll wait till all this COVID-19 shit's died down before I decide to move. Yeah, whenever that is. I mean, we could be going through years of this yet. Hopefully not, but we'll just have to.
For sure.
We'll just have to see. So just in regards to your social media and everything, where can everyone follow you?
At Tyson Tyler.
Yep.
At pretty much everything.
Twitter,
except for Instagram is at Tyson Tyler, at Tyson Tyler Gram.
Yep.
And just Google Tyson Tyler, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's only a couple of us in the world. We got a wrestler, NFL player, and a big black rapper.
My man. And all your and all your shits on YouTube and Spotify and stuff.
Yeah, for sure, man. Well, I got it up on Spotify now, and it's all on YouTube, bro. Same shit, man.
Yeah.
Everyone will find it.
Cool, man.
So love. I appreciate you, brother, for getting me on.
Likewise.
Much love.
We won't have to do this again in the near future for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm keen. I'm very keen.
Yeah. Cool, everyone. That's the show. Make sure you share, like, and subscribe, and follow the brother Tyson Tyler. Until next time, peace.
Peace.